Gentlemen, ladies, welcome back. I'm Dr. Yande, your guide in men's and women's health. Every week, I share science-backed strategies to improve intimacy, confidence, and vitality. Before we dive into today's lesson, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next video. Now, let's talk about something many couples wonder but rarely ask out loud. Why is it that so many women struggle to reach orgasm during vaginal sex? And more importantly, what can men do to change that? Today, I'll reveal what researchers and scientists have discovered about the sexual positions and techniques that most strongly increase a woman's chance of climax. Let's be clear, female pleasure is not a mystery, it's physiology. Blood flow to the clitoris, nerve stimulation, and emotional connection are the three pillars of orgasm. Studies using advanced ultrasound imaging prove that certain positions dramatically increase clitoral blood flow, and with it, the likelihood of orgasm. One of the most powerful positions is woman on top, face to face. Why? Because she controls the angle, the pace, and the depth. That control isn't just psychological, it directly aligns penetration with the clitoral network, flooding the area with blood and intensifying sensitivity. Research shows this can be one of the most orgasm-friendly positions when women lead. Another highly effective variation is missionary with a pillow under the hips. That small adjustment changes everything. The pelvic tilt pushes the partner's weight forward, stimulating the clitoral region much more effectively. Tiny shifts like these often make the biggest difference. Not completely new positions, but small optimizations that unlock pleasure. Then there's the coital alignment technique. Instead of fast in and out thrusting, both partners rock their pelvises together, creating sustained clitoral pressure. In clinical studies, women who had never climaxed from penetration alone were able to orgasm using this method. It takes practice, communication, and patience, but the results can be transformative. A fourth position that supports closeness and intimacy is sitting face to face. While it may not produce as much direct clitoral pressure as the others, it adds emotional connection, eye contact, and a sense of being fully present with your partner. Factors that are just as important for many women's sexual satisfaction. Now, positions are just one part of the equation. Techniques matter just as much. Adjusting angles, adding rocking motions, focusing on shallow strokes near the entrance of the vagina, or pairing penetration with clitoral stimulation, all of these amplify arousal and orgasm potential. Surveys show up to 70% of women say they orgasm more reliably when clitoral stimulation is combined with penetration. The lesson is simple. Don't assume harder or faster is the answer. Pay attention, experiment, and communicate. Sex is not a performance, it's play. The couples who laugh, explore, and adjust together are the ones who build deeper intimacy and more reliable pleasure. And gentlemen, don't forget, your own performance depends on your health too. Circulation, hormone balance, and confidence are the foundation of male vitality. That's why I always encourage men to take care of their arteries with good food, regular exercise, quality sleep, and, when appropriate, science-backed natural supplements. Organic watermelon extract for nitric oxide, or advanced blends with herbs like tongkat ali, fenugreek, nettle root, and horny goatweed can support stamina, testosterone, and prostate health naturally. So here's my challenge to you. Tonight, talk with your partner. Try one of these positions, add a pillow, experiment with rocking instead of thrusting, or combine penetration with clitoral stimulation. Pay attention to her reactions, adjust, and most importantly, enjoy the journey together. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who could benefit. Every week, I bring you new insights to help you live stronger, perform better, and build deeper connections in your intimate life. I'm Dr. Yande, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Take care of yourself, take care of your partner, and never stop learning how to love better. Now let's go even deeper, because positions and techniques are only part of the story. One of the most overlooked aspects of female pleasure is anticipation. Studies in neuroscience show that the brain releases dopamine, the chemical of desire, not only during stimulation, but also in the buildup, the waiting, the expectation. That means what you do hours before sex can be just as important as what you do in the moment. Think about it this way. If foreplay starts only when you're both naked, you're missing half the equation. Foreplay starts at breakfast, at lunch, in the way you touch her hand, the way you send a playful message, the way you build emotional closeness throughout the day. By the time you get to the bedroom, her mind and body are already primed, and those positions we discussed become even more effective. Another powerful factor is communication outside of sex. Too many couples only talk about intimacy during the act itself, when nerves are high and words feel pressured. But research in sexual health counseling shows that couples who talk openly about their needs in a calm, non-sexual setting, like during a walk or over dinner, are far more likely to report higher satisfaction. If you want to shorten the distance to her orgasm, lengthen the quality of your conversations. Now let's talk about variation. The human body thrives on novelty. Our brains are wired to release more dopamine when something feels new or surprising. That doesn't mean you need to invent wild positions every week, but small variations can reignite excitement. Try changing the room, the lighting, the soundtrack. Experiment with different pacing, slower than usual, or pausing altogether to build suspense. These micro adjustments are what make intimacy feel alive, not mechanical. And here's something few men realize. Women's arousal isn't linear. For many women, desire ebbs and flows like a wave. She might feel close to climax, then dip, then build again. Instead of panicking when you sense her pull back, lean into it. Stay present. Maintain steady touch. Think of yourself not as chasing orgasm, but as surfing the wave with her. When you do this, the orgasm, when it comes, is often far stronger than if you had rushed to reach it. Let's also consider the role of lifestyle in female pleasure. Just like men, women's blood flow, hormone balance, and energy affect arousal. Partners who share healthy habits, like exercising together, cooking nourishing meals, or managing stress, often notice improvements in their sex life as a natural byproduct. If you want better intimacy, don't just focus on the bedroom. Focus on how you live together every day. A healthy couple outside the sheets is usually a more satisfied couple inside them. Now, what about the men who say, "I've tried everything and she still struggles to orgasm"? Here's where patience and humility come in. Every woman's body is unique. Some women are naturally more orgasmic, while others take longer. Some prefer external stimulation, others respond better to internal rhythm. There is no universal formula, only universal principles: attentiveness, patience, and presence. If you truly give her space to explore and communicate, you'll discover the version of intimacy that works for her. And remember, your pleasure is connected to hers. When you focus on her satisfaction, something fascinating happens. Your own erections often become stronger, your stamina improves, and your confidence rises. Why? Because intimacy isn't just physical, it's psychological. A confident, satisfied partner radiates energy that feeds back into your own arousal. In this way, prioritizing her orgasm isn't just generous, it's practical. Before we close, let me leave you with 3 powerful takeaways. First, small adjustments create big changes. A pillow under the hips, a shift in angle, or a new rhythm can transform the experience. Second, intimacy is a whole body, whole day experience. Touch her mind and heart long before you touch her body. Third, focus on connection, not performance. When both of you feel safe, seen, and desired, the body naturally responds with stronger arousal and more frequent orgasms. And one final word, don't be afraid to seek support if you need it. If you or your partner struggle with arousal, libido, or satisfaction, a consultation with a sexual health specialist or therapist can unlock solutions you may never find alone. There is no shame in seeking help, only strength. So gentlemen, if this message has helped you, subscribe now to stay connected with Dr. Yande and this growing community. Share this video with your partner, a friend, or anyone who could benefit from more clarity in their intimate life. Together we can break the silence, lift the stigma, and bring science, love, and joy back into the conversation about sexuality. I'm Dr. Yandi. Take care of yourself, take care of your partner, and remember, great intimacy is not about perfection, it's about presence.